very excited to introduce to you the new electrified Genesis GV70. Right behind me is the 2023 model year. You can clearly see it's electrified from the crest grille, which has now been revamped for its electrified pattern. For the charging port, it is hidden just underneath here, and we've got open air vents to increase acceleration power with all of the airflow coming into the vehicle. To open up the front compartment, simply click down, and as you'll see, we have the level 1 and level 2 charging components just over here. Pop one out, 1 and 2. In terms of design, the Genesis GV70 is actually the same exact appearance as the gas-powered. The reason why we went with that is because it's won numerous awards in Canada for best overall luxury vehicle. So the only big difference is the battery from underneath the vehicle, which is its 3rd generation MP platform. On the wheels, we've got 20-inch alloys with a beautiful G-matrix pattern, and to offset the color, we do have white brake pads over here just to blend in with the appearance. Genesis's quad lamps, it has a beautiful parabolic line that runs all the way across the vehicle to the back of the quad lamps, giving you an amazing appearance. The back badging is quite nice, very clear and observant. For those people who are on the road, they'll be able to recognize the Genesis brand right away. The vehicle does have a great feature called the Smart Liftgate. Simply stand behind for a few seconds. It'll beep 3 times and open up the trunk liftgate. Otherwise, there's a button at the rear that you can press at any time. Talking about cargo storage, this vehicle has lots of room for all of your luggage requirements. If you needed more, it offers 60-40 split, where you have a lever at the back that you can drop the seats manually. Sitting in the back of the vehicle, we've got lots of leg room. In the event that you needed more, you do have the ability to move the seat forward just from the back here. Quite like that. Also, for anyone who's in the back passengers, we also have a manual sunshade where your occupants can enjoy some peace and quiet without having the sun in their face. Both seats at the rear are heated, and we've also got climate controls just behind here for all occupants. Both sides of the doors have an extra compartment for water bottles that you can fit just underneath here. And if you'd like cup holders for the rear occupants, we've got 2 that are just listed there as well. One of my favorite features about the Genesis GV70 electrified is you've got this beautiful ambient lighting that appears at the back just to get a nice mood. Now, of course, you can change the color to any on the rainbow. Now let's have a look at the interior. When we talk about the seats, we've got the beautiful Napa leather along with the quilted pattern that kind of blends in. These seats are ergonomic, which allows me to actually save my profile with my height, my weight, and my inseam. The vehicle will do the rest to determine the best exact posture. So going into the profile here, I have the ability to enter my driver information, where you can go about checking and analyzing that the posture is correct. Once I hit that, the vehicle would determine whether or not we have the right posture for the driver. If not, we simply hit adjust posture and the car will take you for a ride. One of the great features of the Genesis GV70 is it offers a massage chair for the driver only, where it'll provide pelvic, lumbar, or a whole body stretch. This feature turns on automatically after 50 kilometers to ensure that you have good blood flow and that you don't fall asleep at the wheel. We have a digital cluster that actually provides an infrared camera. This helps the vehicle determine whether or not you're keeping your eyes on the road, and it'll notify you to stay alert and request a coffee break if needed. The controls will be fairly similar, in fact exactly the same as the Genesis gas powered, where you'll have haptic controls for your driver and passenger, ventilated seats, heated seats, and 2 types of heated steering wheel, hot and medium. Of course, you can decide the level of fan for the speed. Now keep in mind, the more fan speed we have, the lower kilometer range will be shown as we are using the battery power from the vehicle. So once you're cabin is at the desired, you want to make sure to keep the fan speed as low as possible to give you longer driving range. You'll notice there's also a driver only button. This is used when you're only driving by yourself and there's no other passengers in the vehicle. Rather than have all of the fan speeds active, we would just ask that it has it on the driver only. In terms of controls, we've got the shift by wire. Simply hold your foot on the brake and you can hit reverse. It'll indicate exactly which mode it is on, and drive neutral. When you're ready to park the vehicle, always remember to hit P for park. When activating the park button, you will automatically see that the parking brake has been turned on. Once you're ready to drive once again, the parking brake will remove automatically. In terms of steering wheel, everything is the same in addition to the boost button. This can only be used on highways, not recommended for back roads, giving you 10-second interval of additional horsepower where you can assist with passing the vehicles on the road. On the steering wheel, we've got the paddle shift, which is exclusive to electric vehicles. We have regenerative braking here, lowering the speed of regen or increasing. This will activate the I pedal, which means you can drive solely with one foot through the accelerator, and the vehicle will come to a complete stop once you remove entirely. Talking about different drive modes, simply click through and we have the option of Eco Mode, Comfort, and Sport that are being displayed here on the screen. When you're applying to Sport mode, the bolsters will automatically tighten so that the driver will have the best agility on the road. And who could forget a beautiful 360 camera view? As far as this vehicle goes, it's very interactive. You'll have the ability to see your surroundings with this beautiful avatar and sense all of the visibility around you. You could also do your touch to move the vehicle around, making sure that there's no curbs for your wheels to hit. As per all Genesis vehicles, this will come equipped with all the standard safety features where you'll have lane keep function, lane departure, advanced collision and rear collision avoidance systems, and my favorite, when you do your turn signal, you'll see a blind spot monitor being projected onto the dash to ensure that no one is in there for a collision. The vehicle also has assisted features on the steering wheel. If it happens that the vehicle recognizes an accident, it will vibrate the steering wheel to warn the driver, and that way we can safely exit off of the road. The GV70 electrified comes in one trim only, which is the Prestige, offering 383 kilometers on the range and 429 horsepower, which is more than enough power for anybody here on the road. The vehicle comes equipped with an EV screen. Once selected, you'll have the ability to see the current battery percentage, and if you have an address saved, it'll tell you how much distance you have before your next charge. When it comes to charging the Genesis GV70 electric, you'll have three different options to consider. First one being the AC charger using your level 1 charger with this port just over here. Charging time on a level 1 charge is expected to be 2 to 3 days as it's considered a trickle charge. Should you require a faster charge, we'd recommend using a level 2 where you can enter both ports. Charging time overnight is expected between 7 hours from 20% all the way up to 80%. If you're in a hurry and you'd like to ensure that your vehicle is fully charged, you can visit a level 3 station. This will provide you with a 30 to 40 minute charge time from 20% all the way to 100. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, price. Rest assured, Genesis has had a one price only for this enchanting vehicle, starting at $84,150, where you'll have the ability to build and price different color combinations as well as interior. Before placing your order, you can contact myself, Eric Bergeron at Genesis Victoria, where it'd be my pleasure to bring the vehicle exclusively at your home for a test drive.